everybody, one Capo. It's Rated Rachel here for Twitch. In my unofficial, unpaid, freelance, self-led, non-internship at Twitch. So we're gonna play a little longing today, do a little air guitar, just hang out for a little bit, and talk about some stuff. I don't have anything prepared. Just kidding. I had a couple things I want to talk about. Sometimes I prepare, sometimes I don't prepare. Lately I've been preparing a little bit more. I'll just be like, look, I'll talk about X, Y, and Z. Sometimes I think about it a little bit. So what would you like to talk about? Write in the chat. Oh, I should do the plausible cosmetics thing. Oops. I have a ghost in my computer. So yeah, I'm making a lot of sales on plausible cosmetics. And I put on like this pink eyeshadow today, and I put on some yellow eyeliner and some blue. It's actually blue eyeliner underneath my eyes. The whole Princess Diana look. She's like all over TV these days with like the Broadway musical and the new Kirsten Stewart movie and all that stuff. Yeah, that was like, I saw the movie trailer for that, and like, oh my god, like it was so weird. Like they just keep showing her with like anger management problems, and I'm like, is this what we want to see these days? Because it wasn't like that in the '90s. Like everybody wanted to see her doing good things in the world. And, like, I don't know. But I don't really follow the royal family that much, so like I don't really care. Oh, I put some bronze sparkles on the inside of my eye because I messed up the pink before. If you follow plausible cosmetics, which I don't, it's not really that cool. So, oh yeah, I did my hair today. I put in like some bobby pins and stuff. I like that. And now I'm wearing a hat over it because hats are comfortable. So welcome, Wingapo. Let's play some longing. Yesterday I was talking about how I am on disability for face blindness, but my hunch is that I got it multiple times for like multiple things. They were actually suggesting that I have a learning disability, which is weird because I went to an Ivy League school. Captured. Went to an Ivy League school, but they were saying, like, the lawyer was telling me that, like, if I will go to a random place, they were telling me that if in school, like, I just took notes in class and then I taught myself at home, like I couldn't learn in class. I had like an over a 4.0 in high school, and I was just teaching myself everything. They're like, you might have a learning disability to not be able to learn in class. So that you could get SSDI for that. And also another thing is that I'm like clinically tired. I'm just like, very tired, and it started like a few years ago. After I had some family problems, I described it as the most tired work the most tired work day I had in 2011. I was just feeling every day. Like everyone's had that work day where like you just like slept on the wrong side of the bed or something, or like something, or like you accidentally slept with like your makeup on, or like accidentally slept with some hair clips in your hair or something, and or like you had that like extra cup of coffee before sleep that you shouldn't have had, or maybe everything was normal but you just had like the worst night of sleep of your whole life. You can barely get out of bed. You're not going to be calling sick to work, but like you can just barely get out of bed. You can just barely put your work clothes on. You can, by the time you like get in to sit down in your car, you are done for the day. And like you just get in there and you drive to work and you do it, and by the time you get to work, you're ready to fall asleep in your car in like the driveway. And like just like that horrific day at work. And I was just feeling it every day, all the time. And like, and eventually it got to the point where like I couldn't drive in the morning anymore because my eyes weren't like focusing to the light. Like I just felt like and I have like anti-glare coating on my glasses, but I could no longer focus on light. And then it got to the point where I couldn't drive at night anymore, like because my eyes couldn't focus to the light anymore either, because you have to look ahead, and then there are headlights coming towards you, and then you also have to look at the double yellow line. So like my eyes couldn't focus back and forth anymore because I used to just cruise at night, you know. And like I was just trying to focus on the double yellow line, and all the car lights were like blinding me. So I stopped driving in the morning. I stopped driving at night, and that's when I started applying for SSDI because I was like, I can't commute anymore. And it's dangerous to drive when you're really tired, because you know you could fall asleep at the wheel. So like, it just felt like really dangerous to drive. And like a lot of my commutes that I've had have been like an hour and a half. And you know, I was just powering through them, listening to the radio. You know, I usually had a cup of coffee with me or something, or like a beverage. And you know, it was fine. But I also noticed another reason I applied for SSDI was I noticed that mainstream boss world had stopped hiring me. Probably because they know that like I need to take a load off, like because I'd gone through some family problems and stuff. And like I mean, like I'm still getting thought catalog articles accepted, which is also mainstream like world. So I know that I can do like quality writing and stuff. Because I don't have to commute. It only takes me an hour or two to write an article, start to finish. So, right, I don't have to commute. I can do it at home. All I have to do is sit down at my computer and do that. I can do it at a good time of day for me. Like, it takes me a little while to wake up. You know, I can do it at like 1 to 2 p.m. You know, it's like no big deal. And writing comes to me very naturally at times. So, I was doing a lot of physical work because I've been a freelance gardener. So this wasn't physical. Like, it doesn't take me much energy to write. So that's part of the reasons why I made a career transition. Why I wanted to do writing, because it just comes the most naturally to me. Almost, it's like what I should have done from the beginning. But there are no like jobs in writing. So like, I wasn't gonna like start looking for jobs in writing. There like really aren't any. It's like this whole mystical, like secret writing world that you have to be like initiated into. I feel like the horticulture magazine article that I wrote. I just sent. I think I've said this before. I just sent it to their contact page where you like contact them about subscriptions, and you were like really crotchety. I was like, oh, this is like a sample article I wrote, and I gave them like a Google Docs link, I think, because you can only write like 500 words there. And then I heard back from them. So, ooh, maybe they asked me to send them article ideas. So maybe I'll post some of those later today. I came up with like 50 article ideas. But yeah. So because the point of this is that yesterday I was talking about SSDI and how like I want to get off of SSDI and start working again. But some of you may or may not know that you can work part-time on SSDI and still receive benefits. So everyone's probably like, oh, why isn't she working part-time? Part of it is because I'm so tired. Oh, that's a nice trip. The other part is that part-time work in America is kind of a farce. Like you can't like I was trying. I found like this part-time job at a nursing home one time, and they were like, you have to be available 40 hours a week to work like 15 hours a week. Like we want to be able to call you at any time and bring you in. So like a lot of workplaces don't have flexible hours either. I couldn't be like, oh, like I'm really tired. Like, can I work from like 1 to 4 today? Like, no, they don't care. They want, and they're like 500 to 1,000 people applying for every job. So why are they going to take someone who isn't available 40 hours a week for a 15-hour week job? It's not going to happen. Um, Substitute teaching is out for now because it starts what at like 7:30 if they're there at 7:30. So I can't commute that early. I'd say that's also a pretty high energy job. Like going on Twitch isn't that much energy for me, and like writing isn't that much energy. Doing the makeup video isn't that much energy. Making comics isn't that much energy. Like I've like maxed out how much I can literally do that's work related. That's low energy for me. So and a lot of this I feel like is like Rachel at her best, which is like so weird. um, but I think I did some good gardening work too. But like I'm really like I mean anyone can like do weeding. Like anybody can like cut something back. You know, I'm really good at pruning. That's something that takes like a little bit of like natural ability, I think, or like definitely you can practice at it. Now that my education packets have leaked, like everybody knows how to prune now, which I love. But like at the time, you know, I felt like I was pretty good at it. So and everybody's like, oh, you should work retail, and it's like less out because I'm tired, but like I guess my expectations. I've never worked at a clothing store before, which kind of like it's like oh I feel like that's something I really should do. I don't know why. I've always been like, how come I'm not? You know, other people too have been like, oh, you should really work retail. I worked retail in like Christmas tree sales at a nursery. That would be driving home late though, and getting in early. Um, and making bows and stuff. I mean, it's a little hard to work. I mean, I've made up to $60 an hour, so it's like a little hard to go back to like 10. Oh, we were gonna go back to that other place today. Ooh. So it's just like a little hard. Um, I mean, and people are like, "Oh, you're on disability. Why don't you just do a little something that like to keep yourself occupied?" You know. But I'm like so ambitious. Like I just everyone's like, "Why don't you like just fold some clothes for a little bit?" And like I think that that's uncool to the people who do fold clothes because that is a highly skilled job. Like you like they hire the best. They hire people who are really good on their feet, who are really good at folding clothes, who are like really good with customers, who know the fashion world inside out, who can pick an outfit for you that's perfect that you will like. Like I mean, I think I would be kind of good at some of those things, but I mean like I would have to like get an entire wardrobe of Ann Taylor to work at Ann Taylor. Um, which I kind of don't want to do. Like, because I talked about like being a personal shopper and how I feel like I would really like to do that someday. Um, but they're gonna pick somebody, and like, oh my god, whenever I go into Ann Taylor, they are so mean to me, and they're so mean. Like, you know, I was talking about how eventually at a salon, I was like, I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. And like, I feel the same way about clothing stores. Like, so I don't really feel like it would be a good like match for me for work wise. If I was like, I'm gonna leave and I'm never gonna come back. And I didn't. Like I haven't really been to a store since like 2017 for like clothing. I just